What is up, you guys? It's James from James Reptiles. In today's video, we're going to start off talking about fish stuff, and we'll move into some land-based scaly friends a little later. First off, I went to my local fish store. I have one that does fish and reptiles. I have one that does reptiles, one that does fish and reptiles, and one that does fish. The one that does fish and reptiles is awesome for reptiles. The one that does just fish, I prefer for fish. And the one that does just reptiles sucks in general. Now, the one that does just fish didn't have a big selection of food, but I needed more algae wafers for my new clown pluggers that are in there. So I went with these. I didn't get the big bag. I want to make sure my guys like it first, because I'm sure these are probably made for like common plecos or whatever. But I got clown plecos, so you never know. They also eat the wood and all that jazz. I've also been looking into the Python siphon whatever doodad. So it hooks up to your faucet, and you create the suction, and you can drain it in your sink, and then you close that pipe and you turn on the faucet and it'll fill your tank. So just like that, you can avoid the buckets and all that jazz. So I didn't want to pick one up because they're like $70 or $80, but my local fish store had all the little pieces for them. So I said, look, I have a siphon. What pieces do I need to make my siphon work? And basically, on the table next to me, we'll go over in just a second. I ended up getting all the pieces. I think it cost me about $30, like $32 for all the pieces. Plus I already had my siphon, so it works out. I'm saving a little bit. I hope it all works. I can kind of already tell that one piece isn't gonna fit, but we might be able to make it fit. We might be able to make it work. We'll see. Let's jump into that. All right, so here's my little worky table. This is my cherry limeade Fanta from AM/PM. Too much good stuff. So this is a siphon I already have. And it's still wet from a couple days ago because I don't know, it just is. This basically is an extension, but I needed this because it has this piece on it, and they didn't have this piece in stock. And I needed this piece. I think I paid a couple extra dollars just because they didn't have it in stock, but I also have the extension, so if I need it and I can hook it up, I have the extension. I also have I have the female and the male. This piece hooks on your sink. He said this is the piece that fits on most sinks. It's the one that fits on his sink. It's the recommended one, so if that doesn't fit, there's other ones I can try. And this will do that. Let me get this out. This is like the most important part. So this hooks on your sink. Your Python, your siphon hooks onto here, and it goes to your fish tank or whatever. So when you turn the faucet on, water goes boop, like that. And then, so it's closed, the water will go through. But if you open it and you create the siphon, water will come this way, and it'll go down in your sink, and it'll just drain in your sink. So hopefully it works out really well. Let's rip out all the other little doodads, and we'll make sure everything fits. We'll make sure it fits in my sink. My two tanks are separate, so I know if I want one of them to work, I'm gonna have to use this. So I already know I'm gonna have a problem with that. That's already not right. Wait. No. Well, that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. I don't know what. This is not the sink adapter. This is not what I wanted. This, I think, goes to that. Alright. Stand by. Here's a little thing. That little hook looks cool too, hooks on your fish tank so you don't drop anything. I don't really have a use for that because my tanks are so small. I just watch them. Doesn't take very long to drain them. This bad boy. So the problem here immediately is that this hose is way bigger than this hose. So what I would want is this. But my hose is not going to fit on there in a million years. So, but this essentially would hook up to here. That would connect to my siphon. This would connect to the sink. I'm gonna play around with it when I get back to you, tell you why it's not gonna work, because I can already tell it's not gonna work. Okay, so first off, I got that connected. To get my small little hose on this little thing, I held it under a candle. It feels on there. I'm not gonna tug all the way just because I don't trust it. I'll always be there watching it, so when it does fail, because this will fail, and that's mostly my fault. When it does fail, I'll be there to, catch it and stop the water, and just put it back on or whatever I have to do. This little piece right here, this little metal brass adapter for the sink, it's just one size too small for my bathroom sink, which is fine, whatever, understandable. But at the same time, I was an idiot, and when I was at the store, I didn't think about the kitchen sink, which is the closest sink to the second tank, the guppy tank, doesn't have, it's like a kitchen sink faucet, like it doesn't work with that. So I would have to use this. This doesn't reach to the bathroom sink. I would need an even longer extender. At that point, I'm paying, I'm not paying for the Python the whole thing because it wouldn't come with the extender anyway. I would need the extender anyway. So, good news, bad news, I have this. This works. I need a new adapter, and I need an extender. Yeah. Stay tuned. That little metal piece, they said it was the most common one used. That's not anyone's fault, that's just them trying to recommend one to me. I'll just take it back, exchange it for the right size, and we'll be good to go there. It'll work for that fish tank. And then eventually I'll get the extender for this one. I'm gonna have to, because that's the tank that needs to be changed the most often because it's my breeding for profit tank, my guppies in it. I also talked to the guy working there about the blue Moscows. I said, hey, what's the process? I talked to someone last time. They said that you guys can do it. He said that was false. He basically said, really what happens is sometimes they get blue Moscows in, mainly even just males, rarely ever females, but they just happen to get that strain in, and that if my name's on a list, they can save me a male, which isn't really what I want. So I'll probably end up hitting up Michael from Michael's Fish Rooms relatively shortly, probably after the other females drop, and well, we'll see what happens. I might post them in Facebook group. I might put that little trio, that little quartet up for sale, and see if anyone wants them for a couple of bucks, and then I'll probably get in contact with Michael from Michael's Fish Room and order. Well, I was looking at his website. If I can figure out how to pull up his website, I'll pull it up and show it to you. But he's got like 4 different strains of blue guppies, and I don't really know which ones I like best. So I might end up just giving him a call or emailing him and seeing what's up. And if I do order those, I might order some plecos from him too. Probably just albino bristle nose, something simple. But if I don't order albino bristle nose from him, sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles, it's probably annoying. But if I don't end up doing that, I will definitely get in contact with someone else and get some green dragons. Yeah, that'd be really cool. So anyway, let's pull out some snakes and we'll end the video because I know you guys definitely want to see some snakes. So this girl should be shedding either already or sometime very soon. Yeah, it doesn't look like she shed already. But here, let's pull her out. Oh yeah, look at her. Let me come up to the camera. So you can see her eyes are that weird blue-gray color. That's what's called being in blue. When a snake's eyes get like that, it's a couple days, 2 or 3 days away from shedding usually. And what'll happen is her whole body will kind of gray out. You can kind of see that. It's harder to tell with this girl because she's a grayish snake to begin with, but you'll see it, and then it'll actually disappear. They'll clear up for probably about half a day, and then right after that is when they'll shed. I can't wait for this girl to shed. She did when she first came in. She had a little issue with her mouth. You can't even see it anymore because she shed it out. You can see, if you can see it just barely on the bottom of the jaw. There we go. And you can also tell she calmed down a lot since I got her. She also has had a little bit of shedding issue. It's so minuscule that I have to look for it very precisely. Right there. I always think it's further down. So she's got a little scale issue there. It was stuck shed at one point, and then I think it's just a little tiny bit of rot or something. So I'm waiting for her to shed out to see exactly what it is. If it's anything that doesn't shut off, I'll definitely be up in some forums asking people what's going on, just because I worry about her. So that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed me buying that thing and having it not work right away, because that's just real life. That's what happens. I'll get it figured out. I'll get it working. I'll end up getting an extension. I'll probably won't get the Python one. I'll probably get some other brand, or I'll just get tubing and a connector or something like that to work. It'll take me trips to Home Depot or something, but it'll probably save me 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We'll be going to the Folsom Zoo Sanctuary. Hopefully, not 100% sure it's open, even though it'll be the 3rd. I have the day off, my girlfriend has the day off. I told her to wear a cowboy hat. She'll definitely need it. It's like a crocodile skin cowboy hat, fake crocodile skin. So we'll be going there. She doesn't know yet, kind of a surprise. It's definitely fun. I hope there are enough animals out, even though it's, cold. It's probably not gonna be a lot of people there, but we'll definitely film that for you, and that'll be tomorrow's videos. So hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that really helps with the channel. I think we're like 34 subscribers now, which is just awesome. 297 Instagram followers. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to see pictures of my beautiful animals and what I'm up to. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter. You can even email me at james@jeffhouse@gmail.com. So nevertheless, have a good day and enjoy your weekend, because you're seeing this on a Friday.